catch us unaware. TV comes on and Tim says hello. Pick up the iPad, get ready to go. There'll be iPhones and maybe more, so turn it up and lock the door. Another Apple event, it's a joyous day. New products and more, get ready to pay. It's an Apple event for me and for you. How do they always make our dreams come true?
Welcome to the Not Nerd Show. I'm Nate Heath, and we are here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, in the same room, Mr.
Yes.
Dave Baylor.
Some people say go touch grass, but for me it's touch Nate. Wait, no, maybe,
No.
maybe that's not it.
Yes. Well, we just got done watching the Apple It's Glowtime event, about an
Yes.
hour and 40 minutes. So we've got iPhones, Apple Watches, and AirPods to talk about. Those were the three items that they talked about today, and it was riveting. Do we dare say riveting?
I think riveting would be one word we could certainly use. I mean, it depends on what you're talking about. Is it the they have cameras?
Yes.
We were joking about that earlier. Hey, they're going to have a charging port on them.
Yes. The new iPhones have a lot of the same things with some things that are better. So
Yes.
they started with the Apple Watch,
Yes.
then they went to the AirPods, and then the iPhones. But the iPhones is the most exciting part, so we're going to go in reverse to break down what they talked about. I personally am most excited about the iPhone 16 Pros.
Yes.
Now, they look the same as the iPhone 15 Pros.
they have a few new buttons.
Yes, there is a new button. They have slightly bigger screens with smaller bezels. They have better cameras, and there is the new, what are we calling it? The camera capture?
Camera capture button.
Yes, or camera control.
Oh, camera control button.
And so if you remember on the 15 Pros, they added the action button at the top where you could set it to trigger something. Well, they've added another button near the bottom of the phone that can be used to open the camera app, take pictures, but also adjust settings within the camera. So you can hold it and be using this finger, cameras are over here, and be zooming, changing exposure, all these different things. I'm very excited about this. And it comes to both the Pros and the normal 16 iPhones, which we'll talk about next. But I think it's going to be a great little feature. And
I think it's going to be great because when I'm using the camera, I pop it here, and some of the things I get most frustrated about is I hate this. You can't see it, but the swipey thing to do the zoom, I hate this because it's like, okay, I want to just quickly, I have to wait for it to go away. Then I have to tap it, and it's like, and then heaven help you if you're trying to get to the other settings, you have to go to the other side of the screen and hit the little caret. Then it brings up a list, and you got to scroll through the list, and you have to know what those symbols mean. It's kind of a nightmare, honestly. So I welcome our new camera control button overlord.
Yes. The action button was nice, but this has a ton more features where you'll be able to do a lot with it. And I think it's going to make taking pictures and videos much easier. So I did mention the 16 Pros have some upgrades to the cameras. So you have the main camera, 48 megapixel, the same as last year, but it's an improved version of it with some better specs. The ultra wide camera has also been bumped to 48 megapixels, which will allow for better ultra wide photos and also better macro photos, because the macro photo setting uses that camera. So that'll be a nice thing. And the 5x prismatic camera telephoto periscope thing that they have for the extra
5X
zoom
thing
is coming to both the Max and the Pro models. So from what I could see, the specs on Apple's website, the 16 Pro and the 16 Pro Max will both be equivalent again this year on the cameras, not separated like they were last year. So
Yeah.
there's
Exciting times.
no, besides a huge screen and battery life, there's no real reason to go with the Max. So but as part of the Apple upgrade program, now I have a decision to make. It wasn't last year. I was like, I'm getting the Max because better zoom.
Yeah.
But
Now they're the same. You just, do I want a
Yeah.
bigger screen or a lesser large screen?
yeah,
I think that's the way we say it.
lesser large screen. Yes, that's
the most convenient.
official Apple marketing speak. So yes, that is the 16 Pro Max or the 16 Pros. Was there
Yeah.
anything faster chips, better nanometers,
Yeah.
all that stuff that we were talking about during the event? It's like
We don't care anymore.
we don't care anymore. We know it's going to be a little bit faster. I know my current phone is fast enough for anything I'm going to do, so I'm glad they improved it. Is it a selling point? I think we've kind of moved
Yeah.
past some of that.
I literally wrote more better battery. One thing not to be glossed over on the Pro line is that you can also now do the 4K 120 cinematic slow
Oh, yes,
motion, only
yes.
available on that product.
Yes.
So if you like to do cinematic slow motion, and there's some new software controls which makes it easier to move from the standard 120 to the slow motion variants of that. And if you use slow motion, you know what that is. If you don't worry about it,
Yeah.
because the next phone is probably for you.
Yes, and so they did talk throughout all of the fun stuff about Apple Intelligence. Obviously, that's coming out soon, and these phones are built from the ground up for Apple Intelligence.
Which
like
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It seems like you would do something like that.
they're releasing a huge, massive new feature, their foray into the AI world, that maybe they would release their new phones to optimize that performance, which a lot of the stuff looks great. And I think they did confirm that a lot of those features will be rolling out to everybody later. It's been in some of the beta stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as the commoner using that stuff, they're still working out some of the kinks on that. Oh, I got so excited about iPhones. I forgot about the hat, Dave.
Oh, shoot. Let's take a look at it. What do we got?
I made this one this morning.
Oh,
It's
man.
Drone Dave. Now, I hastily made it and I forgot one of the steps, so I kind of burnt the iron on a little bit. But this is, I believe, the first Drone Dave trucker hat
That is
in
amazing.
existence. So,
That is amazing.
yeah.
Thanks for making that in tribute to
Yes,
me.
yes, I can have it on my wall and think of you at all times, which I already do anyway.
You do anyway. I mean, do you still have that poster of me with like my shirt off and my chest hair?
Yes.
Kind of like a 1980s Tom Selleck poster.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, on the
collecting.
Ferrari. Dave PI.
Yes.
Yes.
AI needs to make that photo.
Yes. So the 16 Pros, I mean, that's kind of the pinnacle of the event. I'm looking through, Dave, again, thank you for your copious notes.
Oh.
Just typing furiously throughout the event, trying to get all the features written down. More photo stuff. Obviously, it's a lot about the new MagSafe. The cases are designed better for MagSafe. There's a new charger, and it's the Qi 2 standard. So more efficient, faster charging with
And
MagSafe.
compatible with more charging devices.
Yes, yeah. Which you could kind of already do, but they're just making sure it's all on par with that. But yeah, I think the 16 Pros look really good.
Hey,
Yes.
Noelle loves our hat.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I do too. But yeah, the 16 Pros, I've had the Pro phones since they started doing the Pro phones and the Apple upgrade program. So that's what I was waiting for, which we didn't get into until after an hour into the event. So
Well, they know what to put at the end to keep you engaged.
keep me watching. I would have just started the live show if they did it in the order that we're doing it. So we will move backwards to the iPhone 16s, the non-Pro phones.
This is for the normies.
Yeah, the normies. But they do have fun, bright colors.
They do. I'm gonna try to bring it up
new
here.
colors, but Yeah, same sizes. They do get the action button and that camera control button that we were talking about. So two new buttons on the 16.
Look at that.
Yeah, they did change
Beautiful.
the camera orientation. They've been diagonal the last couple years, but they are vertical or horizontal, depending. They're in line, we
They're
will
in
say,
line, yes.
so that you can capture spatial video for the Apple Vision Pro, which everybody has out there, right?
Yes, of course.
But yeah, so we got a pink, a greenish, a bluish, another bluish. But yeah,
A teal, an aquamarine, yeah, and a pink, basically, and then white and black. That's your
yeah.
choices,
So
which is okay. Most people put them in cases, so it doesn't really matter that much. But hopefully, with the stronger phones they keep making, with the stronger glass and all that
Yeah.
stuff, more people maybe will use them without cases.
yeah,
But
yes, still rocking mine.
yeah,
I think 2 years in a row, no case on this bad boy, and I'm a week and a half away from being able to trade this.
don't drop it.
Trade it in. I'm not going to let you hold it,
Can
so
I-
I will not drop it.
Can I-
Keep it
I
away.
wanna
No.
touch it. We do have a cement floor in here. so-
Yes, but I will also quickly mention on the phones, today is September 9th, the day of the event, Monday. Pre-orders will happen on this Friday, and then the phones will be available next Friday, the 20th, in stores and online. So if you're looking for a new phone and want to get it day one, like some of us around here, do your pre-orders
And they're-
this Friday morning.
yeah, the regular size iPhone 16 starts at $799, and the 16 Plus $899, which are kind of in alignment with what they've done before.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that this Apple Intelligence, the only phones that are compatible with Apple Intelligence now are last year's iPhone 15 Pro, which is what I have, and the Pro
Yes.
Max, and this year's iPhone 16 and 16 Pro.
Yes.
If you've got a 15 regular phone on down, it's not compatible with the intelligence feature. It's still compatible with the operating system,
Yes.
but the intelligence features will not be compatible. So
Yeah.
sad trombone for those people. And I don't have the sound effect, sadly.
Yes, yes. And Noel said, missed most of this, sorry, but the sizes compared to the 15s. So the 16s, the normals, are the same size screens. The 16 Pro, slightly larger screens with smaller bezels. So I
Yeah.
don't know about the overall device size and weight. That's something we'll have
They're
to look
probably
into.
very similar, but yeah, year over year, the 15 and the 16s, same size. The 15 Pro and the 16 Pro, the 16 Pros have slightly larger screens, but my guess is they've done their best to keep that inside the same housing.
Yes.
So the overall size of those phones probably is not going to
Yes,
change.
yes. And she also said, still waiting for Red again. Yes, the Project Red.
Yeah, what
phones
happened to the Reds?
I don't know.
I used to get those for Val all the time. The little iPods or the whatever,
Yeah.
because she liked the red color.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I
They had a
like
falling
them.
out with, or actually, maybe AIDS has been cured.
Oh, there we go.
That's it.
They don't need it.
They don't
to
need
do
it anymore.
They solved the problem. Those red phones. Everybody buying those red phones. But
Yes.
yeah, so anything else on the regular iPhone 16s? They did talk some more about iOS 18. Gaming's going to be better.
Oh, yeah. Except for all of you out there who are rushing to play AAA video games on a 6-inch screen, there's good news.
Yes.
They're better, faster, stronger for that purpose.
Yes.
And I don't know anybody who's doing that.
Yeah. Oh, and the phones are going to Wi-Fi 7, which nobody on Earth cares about.
Yeah. Yeah, we care about Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And we were both saying 6 is fast enough. Hey, wasn't 5 fast enough? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on with 7?
Well, and to get the 7 speeds, you have to update all your Wi-Fi hardware. So
Yeah.
it's like
So-
maybe for AirDrop between Wi-Fi. I don't know.
Is my Dream Machine 7? I don't
No.
think it is. Oh, shoot.
It might be the 6E.
I'm gonna have to throw it in the trash.
Yeah, throw it all in the trash. Thanks, Apple. So yeah, that was the iPhone 16s. Oh, I don't think I mentioned on the Pro. I don't know if we specifically talked the color. There's a darker black titanium, a lighter white titanium, a natural titanium, and a new desert titanium, which is kind of a tan goldish color.
Yeah.
I just go with the black every year,
It's
so I
kind of
don't.
like this color here.
Yeah.
Um, so basically brown and
Yes.
black.
Yes.
That's all you get.
Brown, black, gray, and white. The
Yeah.
exciting pro phones. But yeah, so that's the iPhones, the new iPhones, the 16s. Very exciting stuff. If we want to go back to the previous thing they talked about in our reverse order, we had AirPods.
Oh, AirPods. I
Yeah.
almost queued up the wrong thing.
Oh man,
I
getting
know.
all out of order.
What
So
am I doing?
they did a very interesting thing this year. So the AirPod Pros,
Yeah.
there is a second generation of the AirPod Pros
Which came out 2 years ago.
2 years ago, and then last year they updated the case for USB-C charging. So that's when I purchased those ones. They are not updating those this year, but they are adding some very cool looking hearing improvements to hearing features. Like it'll be a clinical hearing aid. There's a lot more features that are just software update to the AirPod Pros 2. So that didn't get an upgrade, which is interesting.
It is interesting. Like,
Oh, and there is.
they could have just changed one slight thing and
Yeah.
called it a 3, but
Yes.
they chose not to.
And they also did the same thing basically with the AirPods Max, is that they're getting new colors and USB-C saying at the same price, but it's not a new model of the AirPods Max, which are the big over-the-ear $549 symphonic boom
Yeah.
headphones, which are very cool, but I have zero use for these in my life.
Yeah. So to recap, AirPods Pro 2, same as last year with a software update.
Yes.
AirPods Max, same as last year with a color update and a charging port update. Everything else is the same.
Yes, yes. But where the big changes did come in the AirPods is the AirPods 4. So there's been 3 generations of normal AirPods to this point. Now they have the AirPods 4, which actually have 2 different models within that. You can add on noise canceling, which has never been available on the lowest version. They'll have spatial audio,
Yeah.
but they have made vast improvements. They tested 25 billion ears, every ant on Earth, and
Yeah.
elephants. It fits everybody.
Everybody.
They promise us.
Yeah.
But yeah, they look similar to the AirPods 3 or the AirPods Pro with the shorter stem, but they're what do they call them? The open air design, where it's not the AirPods Pro have the little foam tips to really lock into your ear.
Yeah. They just, they don't have that little silicon gasket.
Yes, but the AirPods 4, better music, better sound, USB-C again. So again, they're getting ever closer to everything being USB-C.
Almost there.
Almost there. Besides their keyboards, I think is about the only thing.
Yeah. And did they have the trackpad? Is that USB-C?
I know.
This is still Lightning.
Lightning. Yeah, those are like the last couple items that still have Lightning.
Nice.
But yeah, so the AirPods 4, there's the $129 base model, and then for an extra $50, $179, you can add in noise cancellation. Now it's not as good as the Pros, but you do have that feature, which I kind of like this 3-tier. Not everybody needs the Pros. Not everybody likes the style of that. So I think that this is a good move for them. And I will remind people on all the AirPods, do not buy them from Apple because they charge you full retail price. Look at Costco
Best
or
Buy.
Amazon, Best Buy. If you can wait till Black Friday, you can get some steep discounts on the AirPods. But, they did say AirPods are the most popular headphones in the world.
In the world, yeah.
That was their claim.
That was their claim.
Yeah.
So that means people want them and save money by not buying them directly from Apple.
Yes. That's our bonus pro tip.
Yeah.
Do we have the dinger? I don't have
Ding.
my
Yep.
ding since we're in.
I dinged it. We have it turned down, so we're not
Yes,
echoing.
I did hear it come through. Thank you.
So
It is fun sitting in Dave's control center to see where he's usually running the show. He has got
a lot of buttons.
a lot of tech within his reach here.
So here's the summary here. AirPods 4 129, 4 with noise cancellation 179, the Pro 2 for 249, and the Max for 549, all available for less at other places.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Okay,
what do we got?
so the first thing they talked about in the event was the Apple Watches. Now, I feel like for us, this might not be, and we were kind of talking about it during, we both have the Apple Watch Ultra V1, version 1, which I am completely happy with. There's
Very happy.
nothing new I need. Now, for the Apple Watch Ultra, they did release the second version last year. I did not upgrade. You did not purchase that.
Right.
And the Ultra 2, the only change they made this year is black.
They made it really dark and have a super tough finish on it so it doesn't scratch. People are going to scratch this thing.
Yes.
There is nothing in the world that will stick strong enough to these metals to prevent them from scratching.
Yes.
But at least it'll take more effort to do it. But yeah, that's the Ultra 2. And then the star of the show, as far as watches go,
Yeah.
is the Watch Series 10.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Thinstance classic, as they say, as one
Yes.
says. It's starting from $399, which isn't a bad price for these smartwatches. Again, you can get them for less other places, I'm sure, as the weeks and months
Yes.
progress. Not tomorrow. You're not going to be able to do that. But they've got a thinner overall design, a bigger screen, smaller bezels, and so they're taking a lot of the features from the Ultra line of watches and incorporating them into the standard line of the series. And of course, they have new display technology, which looks better at an angle, looks brighter at angles,
Yeah.
which is cool. New bands. Here we go. Here's a comparison of just how different the 7, 8, and 9.
Instant.
Yeah, so it's much thinner. I mean, that's appreciable right there.
Yeah.
It's like the entire screen has been removed to make it thinner. Fortunately, the lugs still work for all the watches. That they didn't change the watch band. Like I said, new faces and the colors. I was gonna hope to get down here to the colors somewhere, wherever they may be. But it's your standard fare, black, white, and rose gold.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much is what you get there. So, what more is there to say about the new Apple Watch? Let me look in the notes here real quick.
Yeah.
It seems pretty standard.
Aluminum now. Oh, and then they have a titanium version
Yes,
of the standard.
Titanium previously was only available on the Ultra watches. Now you can pay an upgrade price to get the polished titanium on the standard model, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
The strength, the beauty of titanium, although if you anodize it with color, you kind of lose the beauty. But
Yeah.
so that's an option, and it looks like $399 and $499 for those. Oh, and speaking of watches, the Series 10 and the Ultra 2 will now, through a software update, be able to detect possible sleep apnea.
Yes.
So if you, as they said in the presentation, many people don't know they have it, right? Because they're sleeping
Yes.
when they have it, and they don't
They
remember.
just know they're grumpy all the time.
Yeah. No, I don't think that I have it.
Yes.
But if you have the newer watches, you can dispel all
Yeah.
beliefs about it, because it hopefully will tell you. And it said possible. So just like many of the things that these watches detect, you need to see your healthcare professional to know for sure. But it can certainly tip you off and give you good data to go in and say, my watch is saying I have this problem.
Yes.
And then they can check you out. So
Yeah. So the Series 10 looks like a great upgrade.
Great
and
upgrade.
As we discussed, the Ultra was bigger. The battery life is great and all that stuff. But unless you're scuba diving or climbing mountains, you probably don't need that. So
Yeah.
to have it in the
like us, like
yes, yeah, the extreme outdoorsman.
extremophiles.
but the Series 10 is a pretty big update to the Apple Watch line. I think it's a really nice feature if you've been thinking about an Apple Watch, or if it's time to upgrade. That will happen there. But yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much the things: iPhones, AirPods, and Apple Watches, and they spent an hour and 40 minutes discussing all that stuff, along with some operating systems, some feel-good videos. They had a video with The Weeknd. The Weeknd shot a music video using iPhones, and they shot videos of him shooting a video with iPhones.
It was all iPhones all the way down.
iPhones all the way down. But yeah, it was a good event. I don't know that you need to watch it. We will be learning more as people, a lot of the people that were there in Cupertino, they'll be getting hands-on review units.
Yes. Expect all kinds of YouTube videos to come out today.
With more details, and I'm sure we'll talk about that more next week. But pre-orders for, I believe, both the Apple Watches and the AirPods start today. iPhones on Friday, and then everything ships or is released next Friday, the 20th. So that'll be the big day. So I will, fingers crossed, be getting a new iPhone next Friday. I've had the Max for the last year. I do like having the big screen, but I am tempted to go back to the non-Max just for a little more compact, even though, because now the screen's a little bit bigger, so it's closer to this one. It's the back and forth. Dave, do you think there's anything you're going to buy?
Well, it's time for my wife to get an upgrade. And so the plan is to buy her one of the new iPhone 16s, probably not the Pro, just a regular 16. If she says, no, I don't want it, I'll just use your old iPhone, then I'll give her this one and
do the upgrade.
The thing about the Pros is, and I got the Pro Max, it's big and it's heavy. And she already struggles with her current phone pulling down her pants or whatever. They're so heavy. So if she can get a lighter model, and we don't know, you're looking up the comparison now on what the weight difference is. And so is it lighter than last year's model? I guess we're going to find out.
We'll see. So I've got three things on Apple's compare page: the 16 Pro, the 15 Pro, and the regular 16. And I'm going to look through their very helpful compare page.
I could be pulling this up on the web right now.
Well, yes. Display, size and weight.
There we go.
So weight is, for the 16 Pro, is 7.03 ounces. The iPhone 15 Pro was 6.6 ounces. So the new Pro is heavier.
Okay.
And the iPhone 16 is 6 ounces. So yes, the 16 normal is more than a full ounce lighter than the 16 Pro. So that does make a difference.
I don't know what an ounce feels like, but it seems like it would be significant.
Yeah.
Since there's only
six of them. Yes. So that's a 18% increase in weight. They did say they've improved battery life across all the phones with more efficient chips and all that stuff. But I'm excited. I'll go for the 16 Pro. The AirPods, you're tempted to upgrade. You've been saying that you're about ready for an AirPod upgrade.
Well, what makes me sad is I could have purchased an AirPod 2 Pro 2 a long time ago, since they didn't release a 3.
Yes.
But I'm kind of tempted by the standard AirPods.
Yeah, with the noise cancellation, save a little money.
They have all the features and it's less money. So who knows? What'll likely happen is I'll try to use these another year until the actual 3 comes out for an upgrade. They're working okay.
Yeah.
I think each of the AirPods have been replaced throughout the 2 years I've had them, or has it been 3 years? For various reasons. So they still work fine.
Nice. Well, we will definitely have more on this. Regular show will be back next week. Don't try to join us tomorrow night, Tuesday.
No.
This is this week's show. We wanted to get on right after the event to break it down for you. Let us know in the comments, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. If you have questions, if there's something specific you would like to know between all the phones or the AirPods or the watches, whatever any of that stuff is, we would be glad to research, and will naturally be researching it this week. And we didn't mention it at the beginning of the show, but we did have new intro music once again from Suno. Dave has been creating AI music furiously, and
hundreds
a custom song for the for us and the Apple event today.
So I wrote the lyrics, and I did multiple iterations through Suno.
How many is multiple?
Probably about 100 different
variations.
And I picked one that I like. There were several to choose from, so we'll play it out.
Yes.
And thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you. And without further ado, here's an Apple event. Let me turn it up so we can hear it.
Yes. We need to do a tiny studio.
Wake up in the morning with hope and prayer. Are the rumors true, or will they catch us unaware? TV comes on and Tim says hello. Pick up the iPad, get ready to go. There'll be iPhones and maybe more, so turn it up and lock the door. Another Apple event, it's a joyous day. New products and more, get ready to pay. It's an Apple event for me and for you. How do they always make our dreams come true? Is that new hardware? Well, it must be. They've changed the color so everyone can see. Look at that software. What is that app? My mind is blown. How did they think of that? There'll be iPhones and maybe more, so turn it up and lock that door. Another Apple event, it's a joyous day. New products and more, get ready to pay. It's an Apple event for me and for you. How do they always make our dreams come true? Bright new colors, unless you're a pro. Random team members to fill up the show. That mega campus with its secrecy, could it be more awesome? Just wait and see. There'll be iPhones and maybe more, so turn